Hello and welcome back to the Residual Royalty Academy. I hope you're having an amazing Friday so far if you're watching this on the release date of this video. So in this video, we're talking about the top 5 mistakes that we're all guilty of making with KDP. So before we get into the video, I just want to say make sure you hit subscribe. Over 50% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, so make sure to hit subscribe so we can get to 2,000 subscribers and share the message with as many people as possible. So the top 5 mistakes we all make with KDP. Let's get straight into the first one. So not having a big and diverse enough library. So of course, every single one of us is guilty of that. We all wish that we had more books. We all wish that we had more types of books because we all know that having more books leads to more sales. So that's a pretty obvious one. So basically, the more books you have, the better you're generally going to do because there's more chance of those books doing really well. So for example, last month, one of my books did over $230, which is absolutely fantastic. But that wouldn't have been possible had I not created such a big and diverse library. If I'd only had 2 books, it's very unlikely that one of those 2 books would have been so viral for me. So let's go on to the next one. Number 2, a lack of patience. Many people, when they're first starting out, they do KDP for 1 month and they're not seeing many results, or they're not seeing the kind of results that they had in mind, and then they kind of give up. So that's a really big one that you got to watch out for. This is by no means a get-rich-quick scheme. It's going to take work, it's going to take patience, but eventually your results will start to snowball and you can start to make some really good passive income. So let's go on to number 3. Now this is a really big one as well. Overthinking about supply and demand when you're choosing niches. So the general rules that I would kind of follow is don't even really check about the competition in that niche. It's not really important because if you can create the best books, you're still going to get sales, because as long as you know how to do your keywords and how to do your ads, your books can still get ranked really high. So I wouldn't even worry about the other competition. When it comes to demand, just make sure that other books in that niche have a good BSR, maybe around 500,000 or below. That will ensure that there's enough demand in that niche. So I wouldn't even overthink it too much. Just keep publishing, and when a niche works, then just make some more books in that niche. If not, just move on to the next one. And that's really all there is to say about that. So the next one, having no consistency. So if you upload 5 books on Monday, and then maybe 2 on Friday, and then wait a week to upload some more, that's not really the way to get successful on KDP. You want to stick to a daily or weekly upload schedule. So maybe set yourself 70 books a week or 100 books per week. Something like that, or maybe 50 books per week. Just make sure that you always hit that quota, and it'll become much quicker to get results on KDP when you've got some consistency. So let's go on to the next one now. Number 5, making 7 different books with just 1 different cover. So sometimes people message me and they say, oh, I've got 500 books. But what they really mean is they've got maybe 60 unique covers and they've just put the same cover on 7 different interiors. So they've maybe got a music sheet, they've maybe got 2 different sizes of notebooks, maybe they've got a composition book. So when you do this strategy, not only are you cheating yourself and convincing yourself that you have more unique, actual really good books than you actually do, but you're also just spamming and oversaturating the market, and Amazon isn't probably going to favor you for doing that. So let's actually look at the bonus point now, giving up too soon. So whatever you do, don't give up too soon unless you're sure that you don't want to do KDP, because the only things in life that you regret are the things you don't do. So make sure that you don't quit and just keep going until you start to see some results. And as I say, that will compound, and then you'll want to make more books, and then you'll get more results off the back of that. So we all can be guilty of most of these points. I think for me, obviously I want a bigger library. I am impatient. I always want my royalties to go quicker. Generally, I'm pretty good with point 3. I don't usually overthink things too much. I just choose some niches and then publish. I'm pretty good with consistency. I do around 5 to 7 notebooks per day when I'm doing notebooks, or depending on what type of book I'm doing, I'll always generally stick to a good schedule. I don't do this one. And certainly I don't give up too soon. I hope you can take some of these points into account if you're guilty of any of them, and hopefully improve your KDP business. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And as I said at the start of the video, don't forget to hit subscribe, as it really helps the channel. So I'll see you next time.